We're talking about passing the FIFA agent exam, and actually I'm not home, but I'll do a video about this home also, but probably not really this topic home. So let me give you guys straight already from here, so that if I'm doing something in the evening, I've already done the job about this. So first, for those also who contacted me about passing the FIFA agent exam, I'll be sending also the registration link now by email. Yes, I have most of you guys the WhatsApp numbers, yeah, WhatsApp numbers on how to pass the how we're going to do. So for example, what we're going to do is we're going to prepare a 2 months course for you guys that you can pass the exam. And those who have not registered yet, or those who are for those who have contacted me, if I haven't contacted you back, try to just remind me. But I think most of you guys have already contacted you guys. So we're going to do a 2 months course, as I spoke to most of you guys. That 2 months course is going to consist of structural approach on how to pass the FIFA agent exam. And in that structural approach, I'm going to give you guys basic tips on what to do, how to study, a lot of the things, how to write the exam and how to study. And then we're going to be doing, when we study all this, we're going to be doing past questions, mock questions, everything, so that at least you get uh, or that you get prepared 100% before going to write the exam. The most important thing that I would like to say is, after passing the exam, what we're trying to look at is in this course, because it's 2 months. Most of the courses they do on the FIFA agent exam is always like maybe a 2 days or a 3 days or how many. Yeah, but I'm trying to do this 2 months course because I want to, when we study for some time, you take home assignments. When you come back, we try to treat the assignment and correct it, then we move on. That's why I say 2 months, so that we can actually do a lot on the books, because it's important that you study and also know what you're doing, not just cramming it, knowing what you're doing, so that when you pass the exam, actually you can go in as an agent with a lot of knowledge. Because after passing the exam, you also have to manage players. Managing players, you also have to know the rules and regulation. You also have to know percentages when dealing with the deals. For example, you don't want to sit in a negotiation table with a sporting director and not knowing that probably like the percentage or commissioning, or not knowing certain things. Let me not put exact specific, or not knowing certain things to say because you don't know the rules and regulation, not knowing how to handle release clauses, bonuses, everything, just gradual details, not knowing how many things function in the football world. So it's a massive world. So the best thing I can say is you have to know a lot of the rules and regulation. So what we'll be doing is we'll go into details in the course and also learn a lot of things. The exam itself, let me just brief you guys. The exam itself consists of multiple choice questions, as you guys know, or for those who have written it, probably most of you guys don't know, but it consists of multiple choice questions, 20 multiple choice questions for for 1 hour, which means there are 20. If you divide that, which means one question takes 3 minutes. One question takes 3 minutes, which means, and some questions have very lengthy statements, which means before you read a question, sometimes it must have been 1 minute 30 seconds. Then you start developing panic. Before you still try to understand that question, probably 3 minutes has passed. That's just the nature of the exam. That's why we come up with structural approach to try to pass the exam. So that's why it's very important you know what you're doing when you go into the room, because the first time when you, because you, it's an exam you write on laptop. The first time you open the exam, the exam, your time starts ticking. Before you read a question, time is going. So you must know most of the things inside, or most of the questions also, to be able to answer. That's why it's good to really also learn and understand what you're doing, so that probably when you answer a lot of the questions, then the ones you don't know, you can try to start thinking about it. Yeah. So as I said, 20 multiple choice questions, and inside the 20 multiple choice questions, you don't have time. Each question is 3 minutes to answer. That's what many people don't know. They don't. And most of the questions come on the on the study material. So if you have the study material, most of the questions come from there. But it's just that that book is so bulky that you have to know how the exam is set up to be able to pass the exam. So on at 10 o'clock I'll be doing a different video, so I will not do this again. So what I'll do is I'll send also, most of the people I have their numbers, I'll be sending you guys the registration link that you register. Then I add you also in the WhatsApp group, as I've already done with some people. I add you to the WhatsApp group. When I add you to the WhatsApp group, then on April I'll be sending you guys a Zoom link. I mean, at the beginning of April, before, let's say on the 30th or 31st of this month, because we're starting our course on the 1st of April, I'll be sending you guys a Zoom link that we are going to meet and start the introduction, how the course is going to be run, everything into details, so that we start growing gradually, so that we have time to be able to finish the course. So what we'll do is we'll be taking the very essential chapters that I've already gathered all the information. We'll take all the essential chapters, treat it, and then I will show you how to answer the questions. Then after that, we do more questions and the past questions as well. So I also have a book that I've structured a lot of more questions that I'm going to also put the link at one point in time. But one thing I want to know, is you guys do a lot of past questions and everything, but also learn to know the details of the deal. As I said, it's I know you want to pass the exam, but also passing the exam is good. But the next thing is that you also have to handle players' contract. So you also still have to know these things. Yeah. So it's always a continual process. So anyway, that's it. I don't want to go into right details of the course, because I think on the day of the course we're going to run through what we're going to do, the details, what topics we're going to be treating, and what topics always come, not always come, well, what topics we know come in a majority format and what come less, so that we can. But anyways, we will still handle all the topics so that you get familiar with it, so that when you enter into the exam hall, you are really like confident to go and answer the exam. That was what I did, because when I was studying also, it was a structural approach that I was being taught. That was what we did, and I've been doing this now, so I know what I'm saying. So that was the main idea, that you try to know what you're doing when you get inside the exam hall, or when you're writing, because the approach this year is different. When you're writing is within that 1 hour, you can try to do your best to give a chance to pass the exam. And also FIFA has changed the format, so the format is also like this year, just once the exam is registered, the exam is written just once. So it's not like in the previous year, where many people are lucky that if you don't get it in June or in May, you might get it in September. You might get it in September. So those people writing this year, what I'll say is you have to be really, really focused to pass, because if you fail this year, you have to wait another 1 year. And it's not also a guarantee that you can pass it that other year. So try to put an effort so that you try to get it, because the license is important. It's the only thing now. The industry, before, you could be a FIFA agent without having the license, or you could connect players, but now it's not possible, because FIFA has actually regulated the industry. You must have the license to be able to do deals. And when you do deals, what happens is, when you have any player, you try to register it also on your FIFA on your part of the platform, because when you pass the exam, you have a part there that you're going to register your players when you are trying to do deals. When you have a representative agreement with the players, you will register it on the platform. So that's how it goes. So everyone with an agent now has to pass the exam. Before, it was situations like people just had, let's say, if you had a player as a child, you just try to represent that player. But FIFA also discovered that this brought unprofessional standards to the industry. People did did so many things without professionalism. So that's why they had to change the system and say, okay, we're going to make this exam a strict and difficult exam, that before representing someone's child or representing a client, you have to learn this course, which is the standard of a professional course, to be able to represent an individual. So that is it. And also, well, before I go, the exam will be consisting of a lot of the study materials, but I will let you know key points like RSTP, the FIFA agent regulation. So the agent regulation, there are a lot of them, but I will have to tell you that those two parts also are big things, RSTP and the agent regulations. Most of the other parts, child safeguard, also you get few questions also from there. Yeah, lots of things, but anyway, we are going to handle it as long as you're committed to the course. As I was sending message to a couple of, or so many of you guys, the guys who are coming to the course have to be committed in doing the assignment, doing every task that they are being asked, so that it can help you guys also. It can help your future. And also the exam will be graded on 75%. So 75% means you have to pass the question, 20 questions, you have to pass 15 of them. So if you are given 20 questions, you have to pass 15 of them. And those questions, let's give an example. If you have a question that has 3 answers, right? And you get two answers without right, you have failed it. So it's something that you have to be really focused on getting before passing this exam. So that's it, and I'll message you guys. Most of the people that I'm in contact with them, I will send you guys, or send you all. Okay, guys, I'll send you all, both ladies and gentlemen. I will send you all the details of the registration, so that when you register, then we can move forward as soon as possible on April. Yes, keep me posted. If some of you guys would like write me messages, who have my email, send me messages as soon as possible, so that because I'm actually trying to compile everything so that I don't miss anyone. If you have sent me an email and I haven't replied to you, probably I must have missed your email, without doubt. Still send me another email, please, so that I try to register you. Okay, that's it. I hope this information was helpful, and we will still talk probably when by email. So take care, guys, or take care to everyone. Cheers, and talk to you later. Bye.